on stream already this weekend. Of course, we've seen GRR a lot throughout MK11. Not a very long-lived game so far, but we've seen him do a lot of great work, mostly with Infinite Warden, a little bit of New Era as well.
Yeah, and hello, I'm back. WonderShow's back here. Thank you again to Ryan for holding it down for me. Unfortunately, the restroom's actually on the other side of the venue. We're all the way on the opposite side, and the tournament must go on, so huge appreciation to him for holding it down for me. But yeah, we've seen GRR place, well, the interesting thing is that GRR actually maybe hasn't made quite as many top 8s as one might expect, considering how successful he's been at this game. We see him all the time, especially in spots like this, you know, in pools, beating other extremely good players, but unfortunately maybe just a little bit short. Now, this could be his time. A lot of times when you see players like him who really only play one character, it takes them a little bit of time to really get into that really solid moment, you know? But once they have that kind of skill with a character that outdoes all the other players who are switching around a lot more, it really shines.
And this is somebody who has experience using that kind of single character game plan and having success. Towards the end of Injustice 2, when he really picked up Adam, he was the one, and he really went with that character once he decided to go with it. Before that, of course, he was switching around a little bit, but man, when Adam came down, he really got back into the swing, and yeah, it was a big part of his success throughout the rest of that game's life. Yeah,
and such a weird play style and a weird character to have to, you know, be your successful character. Because where do you really go from there? I mean, who's the closest character to Adam in any game? Literally, I cannot even tell you.
I don't know. I still, is he a zoner? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah.
He's a projectile sometimes. Does that count?
Yeah.
But no, you know, going over to Garrus, which is way more reminiscent of all of his older play styles with his previous characters, but you know, with a little bit more zoning mixed in, a little bit more space control, which I think is something that he really learned to do considerably better more at the end of Injustice 2, playing the Adam and playing his little stint playing Deadshot.
He did play Deadshot for a while too. That's right. Now we'll see if what he locks in here. I've been going in too hard on this. It is definitely GRR playing Garrus for sure. I expect Shang out of Michelangelo, but you know, we've seen him mess around a little bit. Of course, Shang just came out a month ago. Before that, he was playing a couple of other characters. I saw Aaron from him usually.
Yeah, we have seen, I think so far, only Shang on from Michelangelo on stream, but you know, we haven't seen. I mean, so far we're still relatively early in this tournament, which is a really
sample.
Weird thing to say, right?
Yeah.
We're only
there's a lot left to be played. Oh wow.
We're only 1,000 players through. No big deal.
A couple of great guys here. It's really hard to root against either of these fellas.
Yeah, very, very well known. Two real fan favorites,
totally.
I would say.
Totally.
But one like the old school fan favorite, and one the new school fan favorite. Although,
It is Sonya. This is what he was doing in the button check, and I didn't believe it, but it's Sonya.
Well, very, very different from Shang. Although actually maybe not so different from Shang. Both have the options to play from a lot of different ranges. I wonder why specifically here against Garrus, though. I wonder if it's a pick against Garrus or a pick against GRR.
That's a good question, but I do understand that maybe picking Shang is a little risky because you are worried about that sand trap.
Got a problem with my future.
True.
But you know, Sonya can be played so projectile heavy as well. So I don't know. This is certainly something that he's game planned for. This is not a spur of the moment choice. All right, so we're going with air rings as you're falling down, or maybe instant air rings at some point. Yeah. Just like that.
The usual.
It's Garrus up close. Oh my God! The Interactables master, GRR.
Yeah, this is a stage with some pretty strong interactables on it. That's the one you usually see. The cannon's still there, though. And I love this weird use. This clearly is some idea that Michelangelo has where he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is a Mortal Kombat 9 Cabal player who just had a bunch of straight little blasts, right? So very much shades of that.
That's not exactly an instant air gas blast, I would say.
it's actually as late as possible air ring. So pretty much the exact opposite end of the arc, but hey, it's checking pretty well. Oh no.
Uh-oh. This game plan is not, oh, he wants to zone. I love this. I love this from GRR right here. Oh yeah, you think you're gonna pick Sonya and just zone me out with these air rings? Whatever. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna zone you.
Hey, it works. I mean, he's being really patient, and if you're really patient, these air rings are not gonna hit you.
And that's not much damage each time. If you get the crushing blow involved, oh no, a huge execution error. What an interesting choice. Oh my god.
He's building
he
it up.
charged it up. Yeah, I mean, this means that the fist things are going to do more damage, but he gave up significant damage to get that.
Yeah, usually he tries to go for setup at the end of that, but I think he may have been a little bit too late on it. And but that doesn't mean that the next hit that he's going to have is going to be gigantic, because if they are frozen in time, it doesn't use up the damage buff. So of course, now that extra damage, all the damage. Crushing blow is gone, so we're not going to see that for the rest of the round.
Oh, he tried to press buttons to Michelangelo, but no. GRR shutting it down and committed much too hard. Yeah, we're
down
going to see some
down
damage.
two, down
gonna see
two.
some damage.
Oh, never mind. Crushing blow. That's it. He went for the reset instead of cashing out on the damage.
He did. He did, and it was genius. GRR with a just fantastic, and of course suspended, with a fantastic game one. And not just because he won, but because he clearly shut down what Michelangelo wanted to do. That was a game plan from Mike. He had picked that. That was his idea going into this, and it was destroyed.
And it was a very unique idea. Not one that I've seen before from Sonya, but interestingly enough, he's sticking with Sonya. He's playing with this very zoning jump back projectile strategy. Didn't work the first time, but maybe he just, he hasn't been playing Sonya.
I mean, he's follow block punished that twice now.
Yep.
Twice.
Clearly knows the matchup, but hey, you gotta know both of these matchups if you're playing this game competitively at all.
Didn't finish it. And it's a very timid play, I would say, from Michelangelo's Sonya. Oh, look at this.
Anti-aired with the interactable. That's what I like to see.
He interrupts with the stand one. GRR is absolutely in control.
100%. Man, this is looking really rough for Michelangelo. I mean, I get that he has his strategy, but so far, just not showing it at all. The problem is, even if his strategy is working, he's not getting much damage off of it. Especially every single little time that he gets clipped by, okay, empty hop down one.
Her up three can be hopped over.
That's true. That was what definitely was going for. Smart.
Yikes.
And he only needs a couple more hits. We haven't even seen a combo started, really, by Michelangelo.
No, this has just been absolutely dominant play by GRR. In the neutral, in footsies, in pressure, his mix-ups have worked out. I mean, just look at this, look at this.
Beautiful.
Why even bother to break away? I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of your last chance. I don't know, you might as well just do something. That's going to be more than enough.
You have a strategy, I get it. You tried it out in game one, and it worked terribly. It just had nothing going for it. And I really wish that he had switched at that moment. What would he have switched to? I don't know what's in his mind necessarily. We've seen him play Shang. I know he used to play Aaron, but that Sonya was not cutting it.
Yeah,
not cutting it.
I mean, I understand the idea of trying out some strategy like that, right? A very unique strategy where you're like, if you play this way with this character against this matchup, then a lot of times you're not going to know what to do or something. But when you do it this far into tournament at EVO,